Tuesday night at Conseco Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, the Indiana Fever suffer a third straight loss, their second straight at home, as they lose to the New York Liberty 82-72. With my partner Debbie Antonelli, I'm Chris Denari here on FeverBasketball.com. Boy, all of a sudden, the Indiana Fever, Debbie, go from first place in the East. They could easily be in third before Friday night's game against Atlanta.
Chris, things can change quickly in this league. You have to be prepared to play at a playoff level every time you step on the floor for the remainder of the schedule. Nothing is guaranteed in the East. No one has a determined spot in the playoffs yet.
And you look at Indiana now, they've sort of lost 3 games all in different fashion. Last Friday they lost to Washington in a game that they led in the fourth quarter. On Sunday they trailed from start to finish and blown out in Atlanta. And then on Tuesday night here at Conseco Fieldhouse, a game they never led, but they were able to get back in the game in the second half. But every time New York hit big threes, they made 12 of 18 from three-point range on Tuesday night, Debbie, and that was really the story of the game.
I think that was the big difference because Indiana did improve in some of the areas they were lacking in the last 3 games in terms of scoring points in the paint, staying on the glass, trying to stay even on the boards. You know, when New York shoots it like that outside the arc, that's very difficult to contend with. But Indiana had their chance to get stops, and when they didn't get the stops, New York went down and made a big play, and that really was where the game turned.
Debbie, the schedule is not in Indiana's favor down the stretch. They'll play 5 of their final 8 on the road. They do have a home game, though, on Friday night against the Atlanta Dream. They won't be playing for first place, it looks like, but they will have a chance to stay in contention for first place in the East, and more importantly, win the season series against the Dream.
I don't think at any point this veteran team starts scoreboard watching. I think they worry about taking care of their own business, fixing the things that are fixable, because they have all the pieces. They have that big game mentality. They know how hard it is to get to the playoffs and to play like they did last season. If they just refocus their energy, stay connected, and work on what they have, I think they'll be fine. If they start scoreboard watching and figuring out where's this and that and hoping somebody else is going to take care of their business, it's not going to happen. You've got to take care of your own house.
Finally, I guess we saw this happen last year, Deb. They lost 3 straight late in the season, 5 of their last 7, but they had built up a big lead in the East and really won the regular season handily and were able to refocus for the postseason. As you just said, you can't necessarily focus on the postseason because nothing's a given right now.
It's the same old cliche that you'll hear coaches and players talk about, one possession at a time. We got to make sure we take care of our own business. We don't look too far ahead. I think that's kind of the mentality that Linda will be sharing with her team. But I guarantee you, I'm sure Tamika Catchings and Katie Douglas have already taken care of it in the locker room.
So Indiana back-to-back double-figure losses for the first time this year. They lost Sunday in Atlanta, and on Tuesday night at Conseco Fieldhouse, a third straight loss, a second straight at home, as New York snaps a 13-game regular season losing streak, 15 straight when you count the playoffs here at Conseco Fieldhouse, and they beat the Fever on Tuesday night 82-72.